And it's Sunday again. Do you know what? Tagging on the trees, I think is a bit too much, especially you have so much wall here. You might be thinking where I am painting today, but I'm just being creative with the angles. You know where I am. I'm in East London, Shoreditch, my favorite painting spot. Last year, I avoided this side of the train track. Most of the time I was painting on the other side. When you paint here on Sunday morning, everything's fresh from Saturday. But most of the time what happens, even though I start first on Sundays and I choose tagged up spots and messed up spots, usually by the time I finish my sketch, all the wall on this side is repainted fresh with the pieces. There is not much kind of a point of trying to be considerate when everyone knows this is painted daily. So yeah, painting on this side today. What I tend to do if there is a fresh piece here, I take a photo with my fancy camera so that in case this person by any chance did not take a daylight photo, I got this. This saves me loads of hassles and bad blood. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Right, as always, overkill on the doodle grid, but even before we start painting the first lines, let us go to the folding station and see what's creasing.
Plan, które istotą jest, już mówię po prostu.
And so, did you guess what I'm folding today? What? Isn't it pretty self-explanatory? You know, the swirl, very characteristic. Probably that's what you spotted at the folding station. The origami snails are pretty simple. Still took me 2 hours to sketch it out. Those ellipses, as always, it was a bit of a challenge. Took me longer than expected. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, let's get cracking. Right, I'm not enjoying it. This snail is rushed, it's not accurate. It doesn't need to be as perfect as it's going to get lost behind the highlights and the reflection of... And I'm moving on to the next snail. I'm already behind with time. So I want to finish this section within an hour and then I'll stop panicking. Right guys, it's not good. I'm fucking it up. First of all, I'm not following my design. I'm making things up as I go. I'm not feeling it, really. I don't know what's going on. And I'm rushing and I'm stressed and anxious. What the fuck I'm doing? Steady progress. I'm sunburned. I can feel it at the back of my neck. Anyhow, the lid is finished. I actually kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't that frustrating as the origami snails, which are weird to say the least, but I think it's safe to say I'm halfway through. So let me deal with that fat cap now. It's wonky as fuck. I'm going to paint it really quick. Right, I'm done with the cap. It came out a standard cap, blue dot. Is it my best cap I ever painted? No, I've painted better caps in the past, but I can't be bothered. It's just a prop, literally just propping the jar so that it's angled. I'm going to leave it right now. It's 4:36. I've cleaned up the jar. Hopefully it all pops out now and you clearly see what it is. Okay, I'm at a point where I can overdo the reflections. Yeah, I'm kind of not following too much of the reference. Well, I'm following as much as I can, but it's more about the feeling into it. Done with the jar. As you can see, the sun is pretty harsh, so it creates this horrible surface to photograph. So I'm going to tidy up as I'm waiting for the sun to go down. I'm feeling it. When I was struggling with the snails around 2 p.m, I thought I'm not going to make it. Right, origami snail is finished. 2 snails to be exact. Which one is your favorite? Is it this one sitting on the lid? Or maybe this snail is painting those highlights, and that was my favorite part of the piece. And I have positioned this jar at an angle, and this comes out of my experience. Whenever you paint glass objects, round objects flat, doesn't give just nice drop shadow. Nailed it at the first time. Sometimes round drop shadows, especially transparent ones, are very confusing. This transparency is reflected in the drop shadow, so I'm really proud of this. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and this is kind of an announcement. Well, I figured out that having premiere on Sundays is not practical. I paint on Sundays. Just to give you a bit of a context, now it's 8 p.m. and I'm still making the video, and trying to have a premiere as I'm finishing the wall, it just doesn't make sense. And I would love to give you guys all the attention when the premiere is happening. So I'm moving the premieres of my videos on Mondays. My name is Airborne Mark. I'm a London-based street artist passionate about painting paper, and as always, origami riots, folding all day, every day, and I'm out.